degrees today, this morning, so I thought I would take a walk outside instead of go to the gym. The only thing is it's a little treacherous. There's a lot of ice that refroze, or a lot of water that refroze over the night time. So somebody clumsy like me really has to be careful. Oh, but it's so warm. Yeah, 29 degrees it says. I think we're supposed to get up to 40 today. I can't wait until the water's back in here. Oh, it looks so crazy weird in the wintertime. There's that beautiful moon. I don't know if you can see it. It's so far away. You know, I've been working at my job as a caregiver for 30 years, over 30 years, but 30 years at the facility I'm currently working at. I've been there so long, they better have a bed for me when I need one. And being a caregiver is a really challenging job. I've been peed on, I've been pooed on, thrown up on, spit at. I've had my hair pulled. I've had my nose busted by, combative dementia patients. Alzheimer's and dementia is a horrible thing. And, when the patients are angry, they take it out on whoever is in the path. So yeah, my job is really hard sometimes. But along with all the horrible things that we put up with as caregivers, we're also hugged and loved and cared about. So it all kind of equals out in the end. Once in a while you get a patient who really makes an impression on you. Sometimes you don't know the impact they have on you until they're gone or until they leave. And sometimes you can't deny it from the very start that, it's a special person and they make a special difference. Last year we had a really special patient. I work in the transitional care unit. So I take care of people who have had traumatic injuries, strokes, surgery, sometimes just a fall, and they need to build up their strength and endurance. So they come to my floor for rehab and therapy, and then they get to, either go home or they get placed in long-term care. Yeah, sometimes you're just sent an angel, or a situation happens that teaches you a lesson or makes a difference in your life. So, oh yeah, it's really icy here. I have to slide my way. This might be foolish for a clumsy girl like me. But look at how beautiful it is. So, we were sent a patient, and it was in the very throes of the pandemic. And this woman always treated me so nicely. She couldn't talk very well, but I understood what she was saying, and every morning I'd do her cares and get her ready for the day. I always made sure she was my last patient of the day so that I could leave feeling good. She was loved by so many people. She had oodles of cards, get well cards, and notes from friends. I would hang them up in the morning, and her walls were just about completely covered. I covered her walls and her closet doors and the bathroom door, and pretty soon I'm putting cards in the bathroom. There was basically nowhere else to put them. And at that time, we're wearing masks and shields and all this garbage on us. She always knew if I was smiling or if I was having a particularly rough night, like so many of them were during the pandemic, in the throes of it all. We are right now currently out of outbreak status, so that is a wonderful thing. I still work in the quarantine part. New patients always come to me for at least 14 days. Quarantine is no fun. She always had music, like meditation music. I think most of the time it was like Body Mind Zone, that YouTube channel. And sometimes I just stand out in her hall and just listen to the music and let it wash over me and just soak it all in. Sometimes for a minute, sometimes for 5 minutes. Just close my eyes and listen. Or weep. And then I'd go about my business. Her room was really special, though. And I know that these things hanging up in her room were meant to encourage her and inspire her. It helped us not give up, because believe me, the place I work at one point had turned into a tomb where we were just sending off people who have passed away constantly, like more than one a day. And her room was such an inspiration. Her room was magical. It was covered with these inspirational quotes on her wall, and she's not there anymore. She went to a different facility where she could be closer to her family, which is awesome. But I miss her so much, and I wonder what she's, how she's doing. Once a patient leaves, we can't get personally involved like that. So we don't have Roberta's room for respite anymore. But I did take pictures of her wall. and I use them all the time. I look at them all the time to remind me not to give up. And, you know, it's not just at work where sometimes you need inspiration or motivation. Sometimes it's just, you know, in your everyday life. Like this weight loss adventure I'm on, I sometimes need encouragement and need to be reminded not to give up and that I'm important and that I can do anything I set my mind to. So I think from time to time I'm going to share one of the inspirational messages from Roberta's room. I want to share that magic with everybody. Because if it could make what I have been doing for the last year tolerable, not even tolerable. I don't know what word I could use for the nightmare that it's been, but if I can share just some inspiration to help somebody else on their journey or to get through a rough patch. It was extra special being able to take care of her because it was not long after she came that my mother passed away. So while I'm trying to grieve for my mother, everybody's dying around you, and it's hard to focus on the grief of losing my mom when there's just so much grief I can't even separate the two situations. Oh, it's so beautiful out. This feels good, people. This feels really good. Oh, it's so pretty. What is that? Oh, it's a squirrel. I love it out here in the mornings. Nobody's here. It's just me. You can think, you can make plans for the day, reflect on the night. Oh, pretty soon the snow will be gone, the ice will be gone. Oh, it'll be beautiful. I love how the seasons change. I love all the seasons, but my favorite part is when they're changing. When you can actually see and feel and smell and hear that wheel turning. I am so lucky to have this place 5 minutes from my house. rather treacherous.
Yeah, it is. Walking slowly.
Yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to share a little bit of that this morning because I've been thinking of her an awful lot and how special it was to take care of her for about a year. I hope she's happy. And I hope Roberta's room is a respite for whoever is taking care of her now. I hope they find her wall as inspiring and motivating and wonderful as we did. That's different. I think I would like to go over. Let's go this way. I want to see if they cleared off the labyrinth yet. I doubt it, but we'll check. Boy, a walk goes a lot faster when I'm yakking. It's almost too warm to have a jacket on. Oh, it's so beautiful. Very crunchy. Very, very crunchy. Oh, this is where the labyrinth is. Oh, it's not cleared. Except the very middle. Isn't that neat? The very middle. This place. Thank you for letting me share that with you.